Nick Sirianni may want to grow flowers, but guess what? You got a giant weed in your garden, choking everything. Still the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly. Scary Cooper, asshole. Oh, Dingbat! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That was crazy! Happy trails, Hans. Dallas still stinks. You're my do-way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. So, today, Nick Sirianni spoke at a press conference, and I gotta tell you, I couldn't even understand what the hell he was talking about. All of a sudden, he starts talking about gardening and growing flowers and waiting for those roots to grow and then for a nice big flower to blossom. And that's kind of how he looks at his team and keeping his team going. And all I could think about is, how are flowers going to grow and blossom when you got a giant weed killing them and choking them all out? And I'm talking about one, Howie Roseman. Now, before I get into all this, I gotta say, I have a lot of people who are like asking me, when am I gonna do something with my head? You lost your own bet to yourself because I'm a dingbat. What are you gonna do? When are you gonna do it? Why aren't you doing it? I got Mark Holmes making videos about me. Listen, it's the week of Halloween. Give me a chance. Everything will be taken care of at the appropriate time. I never, ever, ever back out of a bet. Okay? Now, yeah, I pay my bets, and unfortunately, I'm getting bent over here because this team stinks right now. It stinks, and there are a few things I gotta say in this video. Okay, we're gonna talk a little more about Howie in a second, but before I do that, I've been thinking a lot over the course of the last 48 hours after the Eagles traded Joe Flacco to the Jets. Right, I've been thinking about this. I heard Steichen talking about how great and how impressed he is with Gardner Minshew and all this kind of stuff. And I gotta tell you, I think if we look at the history of the Eagles, of the front office, of how they do things, I think Jalen Hurts is on a much shorter leash than people realize. I think that over the next few weeks, it is not going to surprise me one bit if Gardner Minshew doesn't come in and play. I totally see this happening, and I'm going to say this. I'm okay with it. I'm actually okay with it. And when I say that, that doesn't mean I'm blaming Jalen Hurts for everything. That doesn't mean I'm even giving up on Jalen Hurts. I still think he needs to develop. I still think he needs time to develop. But I think that the Eagles coaching staff has let this guy down tremendously. They've tried to make him do things that he isn't ready to do yet. And instead of slowing the game up, putting him under center, telling him to go be a game manager and we're going to count on a running game and do things to slow the game up and let him learn, they've thrown him to the wolves. So on one hand, I think taking him out and maybe just letting him get a perspective back off for a week or two and just see the game, kind of regroup, and then go back out there may not be a bad thing for him. It may not be a bad thing for him at all. The other thing is I want something to compare what I've seen so far to. And what I mean by that is I want to see how this offense would look with somebody else at quarterback. I want to see if things would change, if the coaches would do things differently. How would things be different? Better or worse? And I think having something, a tape to put on with another quarterback like Gardner Minshew playing and compare it to what we've seen with Hurts would be very interesting. So on one hand, I don't mind if the Eagles do that at all. And I'm telling you, I think they're going to at some point. I think it's going to happen. And like I said, I look at Jalen Hurts, and I came into this season looking at Jalen Hurts saying, I don't know what he is. I have no idea. I hear the bad dogs, and I hear everybody talking about, listen, I've seen him in college. He isn't the guy. He's not a quarterback in this league. And I said, maybe they're right. And then I've heard other people, and I've seen other things and said, look, the guy's got all the intangibles. If he could put some things together and develop, maybe he can be the guy. So I'm right down the middle. I have no bias one way or the other. All I care about is that the guy improves and that the guy's the guy. I prefer, if I had it my way and I can say how this is going to work out, I would want Jalen Hurts to be the guy. I want him to be the franchise quarterback. I love everything about the kid as a person, as a leader, and everything I've seen. So I would love to see it. But we're 10 games in, and all I keep thinking to myself is, in 10 games, from the first game to the 10 games, where's the big improvement? Where's it at? I haven't seen anything yet. I really haven't. So maybe, and I'm not going to blame him all, because I think the coaching has been so bad that they've put this guy in a position to lose a lot. But at the same time, I can't blame the coaches for when he throws behind Devontae Smith, or he underthrows a guy here or there. He makes mistakes too. Nobody's perfect. He's still only played 10 games. But me personally, I'm just saying, I would not mind seeing someone else. I would not mind seeing Gardner Minshew come in just to give me something to compare tape to look at and say, this is what he's doing, this is what he's doing, this is how the offense has changed or not changed, and then go from there. We still got to give the whole season to see if Hurts is the guy. We need him to be the guy. Now, we've already got reports saying the Eagles will draft a quarterback or trade for a quarterback. This is going to happen. We're already getting those reports. And, the thing I know about this team is they screw up quarterbacks. They have a tendency to screw up quarterbacks. And I really think that when the Flacco got traded and Minshew comes in, I think the Eagles are going to be very short, have short patience with Jalen Hurts from here on in. I just do. And you got a rookie coach who looks like a Nick Kotite. Nick Kotite looks like a moron. No cannolis for you. He's supposed to be gabagool eating, a friend of ours. I vouch for this guy. Now everybody's trying to clip me and whack me. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So I just think, knowing the Eagles, they're going to do something. They're going to do something. The coach is going to want to save his butt and say, see, it was a quarterback. And then you're going to have the GM who is going to say, it's not my fault. It's the quarterback's fault. It is not my fault. It's the quarterback's. Because that's what kind of GM we have. He somehow always has everybody else be the problem. He survived Andy Reid. He survived Chip Dip Kelly. He survived Doug Peterson. He probably will survive Nick Sirianni. Although he's the one that helped Lurie hire Nick Sirianni. Okay? He's the one that drafted Jalen Hurts, but he won't be held responsible for that pick. This is a guy that fired Super Bowl winning coach, a franchise quarterback, and then hired Nick Kotite. Nick Kotite is our head coach. I heard the name, somebody said the name Nick Kotite on 97.5. I was like, where they got it? On this channel. Because somebody said it in my chat. I said, I'm going to steal and start using it. And that's where it came from. But that's awesome. Everybody should call this guy what he is. Nick Kotite. We need Nick Kotite shirts. I need somebody to design me a Nick Kotite mother humping shirt. Now, I'm going to tell you, Howie Roseman is the biggest problem on this team. Howie Roseman is the reason for all the disappointment. Howie Roseman is a pain in my butt. But this coach, this owner, never holds him responsible. Never holds him responsible. What's going to happen? This is my prediction with Howie Roseman's future. This is what's going to happen. Remember, I'm saying this. This is what's going to happen with Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman is going to go out. We're going to have this tough year, and it's going to be a lot of pressure to get rid of him. Jeffrey Lurie is going to then basically give him a new title, give him a promotion, give him a new position. Then they're going to hire a GM. They're not going to hire an experienced GM or somebody who knows what the hell they're doing, because the GM is going to not, any GM with half a brain that knows what they're doing, they're not coming to Philly. But they're gonna hire some fresh new GM, and they're gonna put it in front of the media and say, this is our new GM. He's in charge of the drafts and players, and Howie is now the, I don't know, the chauffeur driver for Jeffrey Lurie, or he's his special assistant, or he's the vice president of whatever it is. Okay? Co-owner, who the hell knows? I don't know what Howie Roseman has on this guy, but I'm sure the pictures are pretty nasty. I think Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Epstein, Jeffrey Lurie. I do. Howie Roseman, is Jeff Epstein and Jeffrey Lurie. My opinion. But you'll see this GM, and this is what's going to happen. They're going to put out a GM, a brand new GM, and they're going to tell you he's the guy and everything is his responsibility. But really, it's going to be false. The end of the road, down the road, we're going to find out Howie has final say. So basically what they're going to do is they're going to keep Howie, put in a front man, give him all the blame, and keep Howie in the same position he is, nothing changing. And this will be devastating to this franchise if that happens, because you're looking at a team with potentially 3 first-round picks. Can't have that. But unfortunately, that's what I feel like is going to happen. I hope not. We as Eagle fans, we got to put a lot of pressure on the Eagles to make changes at the GM. Real legitimate changes, because something has to change. Too many missed draft picks. Too much talent has left, and from a team to win a Super Bowl in 2017, have a franchise quarterback that you pay multiple picks to, take him number 2 overall, then make him want to leave because of the GM, and now he's somewhere else succeeding, and we're trying to figure out the guy if we have is good. You had a Super Bowl winning coach. There's a lot of things I didn't like about Doug Peterson, but I didn't think he should have gotten fired after going to 3 straight playoffs. That's something I always said. I said I wouldn't have traded Carson. I wouldn't have fired Doug, but they did it. Nick Sirianni comes in. He sounds all good. He's like, "Hey, yo, I make McClay, gabagool, we're stirring the gravy, rolled the meatballs." I'm like, I'm in. I love this guy. Then he's like feeding me tofu. Who the hell wants that? Everything he says, he doesn't do. Now he's talking about flowers. Well, you ain't got no flowers. What you got is weeds that are strangling any seeds from growing. That's my opinion. We'll see what happens. I will be live tomorrow, streaming the Green Bay Arizona game. That's going to be awesome. So look for that. And with that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Eagles Detroit Halloween. What a day to have a game that if you lose, it's all over. It's tank time. What a day to have it being on Halloween. And speaking of Halloween, I need help. What the hell can I be for Halloween? I need to dress up as something. I still haven't cut my hair. I could use it to my advantage on Halloween. I need help. I need ideas. Of course, I know some of you are going to say, Denzel Washington. But the truth is, I already look like the guy. Why would I? I wouldn't even have to dress up. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even have to dress up because I already look like the guy. So it's got to be something else. I need good ideas. Put good ideas in the comment section, all right? With that said, Denzel Washington out.